Welcome to Loqate. We're going to show how verifying geocode can increase the quality of your location data for any address in the world and in 10 different character sets. What we're looking at is a front end to the Loqate engine. In reality, what you would see in most applications is the Loqate technology embedded in that application, or perhaps use the batch facility to process thousands or even millions of address records. So let's get started. What we're looking at in the application is everybody's favorite address at Loqate, 1111 Bay Hill Drive, San Bruno, California. It's the address of the Loqate headquarters. So if I type this in, if I look at the address, I can see very quickly it's not capitalized, it's just a string, it's not divided into its component parts. If I hit the verify button, what happens is I can see on the lower right that the Loqate engine has parsed the address into the correct components. It's added the county, San Mateo County, which is where we are, just south of San Francisco by the San Francisco airport. We've corrected the capitalizations, and we've given it a score of 100, saying that the input and the output match. So this is a really great match. We've also indicated that we've actually verified this against the reference data in the Global Knowledge Repository, all the way down to the premise number or building number and the street level. But what happens if we start to take out pieces of the address? So let's take out the zip code or postcode. If I hit verify again, you can see that it does some of the same magic, but this time we've added the postcode down here at the bottom. 94066. I can also do the same kind of thing where if I take out drive and hit verify again, I get the same kind of result. It's figured out that Bay Hill is really Bay Hill Drive, again correcting it against the information in the Global Knowledge Repository. The premise number is still 111, but the match score here up at the address verification code has decreased a little bit. And this is Loqate's way of telling you that I've changed the address slightly, that I've looked in the Global Knowledge Repository, I've figured out that Bay Hill is really a drive, and I've added something to it, but you should maybe check this. Now that score is important because what you may want to do, depending on the application, is look at these numbers and look at how much Loqate has actually changed the address. It's just a way for you to double check what we're doing and to have some control over the processing every step of the way. What happens if I all of a sudden spell Bay Hill wrong and I perhaps leave out an L? I hit verify and it comes back and it still finds the right answer, but the match score now is even a little lower because what's happened is I've changed Bay, H-I-L-L, to B-A-Y-H-I-L-L. Now, as part of the processing, I can request the geocode of the address. That's the latitude and longitude of the address. And as you can see, we've correctly displayed that here on the map. Again, we're right by the San Francisco airport. So the Loqate engine's an international product. So what happens now if we go to perhaps a different country? So let's try an address in the UK. So if I type in 25 SW18 5QR UK, not many people would recognize that as an address, perhaps people in the UK would, but again, if we verify that address, we find out that in reality it's a house on Girdwood Road in London, and we have again verified this all the way down to the premise number, house number, and the street level. This is a real address. I can do the same kind of thing. Now if I start to get into other countries, if I type in 10 Avenue du Cap Neg, Le Lavandou, 83980 France. Again, no capitalizations, and I hit verify. Some other magic happens here. We have not only capitalized the address properly, but added in the right punctuation, the dash between cap neg, the accent on the E in neg. We've added the fact that there is a village in L'Isle Avenue called Cavalier that in which this address is located. We've parsed the postcode. We've added the department, Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. And so you can see the kind of flexibility and power, even if I don't have the address quite right or figured out, or the ability to process just a character string. Loqate can process this in any country, anywhere in the world. Now, to save some time, what I've done is place some addresses here at the top of the screen. I'm going to grab one. Here's an example in some country, and I'm not quite sure where it is, but if I hit verify, it comes back, and it turns out that this particular address is in Argentina. And again, it tells me, if I look at the 92 on the address verification code, the AVC, I've spelled Bahia wrong, and it's actually Bahia. Again, a change. I've parsed the address, and I've formatted it correctly for Argentina. Things can get a little more difficult if I start to get into another language or character set. So let's grab an address here that is from Greece. It's the Greek alphabet here that we recognize, and I can say verify this address, and it has parsed the address, verified it, and corrected it, and returned the answer back in Greek, in the Hellenic alphabet, and formatted it in the Hellenic alphabet character set properly here for Greece. Now, if I uncheck the native language box here on the demo and hit verify again, what the Loqate engine has done is transliterate the Greek into the Latin or Roman character set, again with the same kind of accuracy. And I can go back and forth between character sets like this. So let's show another example that's perhaps a little more difficult. We have an address here in Japan. Now, I'm not very fluent in Japanese, so I have no clue whether or not this is an address, but again, we can also parse this into its proper components in Japanese. Or I can do the same kind of thing. I can say, please don't return this in Japanese. I'd really like to see it in a Roman character set. And again, we've transliterated that from the Japanese into the appropriate Roman characters for display. Again, we've also formatted the address correctly for Japan. These kinds of things work well in some of the other character sets that we support. So, for example, here's an example in Japanese, where we can go English to English, or, as you see down here, or go from English into Chinese, or start off with Chinese and go into English. So the process really works either way. And again, we can do this for any address in the world in over 240 countries, and in character sets, which include the Latin and Roman characters, 2 versions of Chinese, Japanese, Korean, the Cyrillic alphabet for Russia, the Hellenic alphabet for Greece, Arabic, Hebrew, and Thai. So if you'd like more information about the Loqate engine, the technology, and the capabilities, please go to www.loqate.com. Thank you.